have an extremely long
I think so.
mustache.
And wispy. This should be the whole video,
Just
up close. Like, so the frame is that.
right. For 7 minutes,
cuts.
and then it just says Chronicle, January 21st. It just cuts out.
Or every time you rub it, just like it explodes.
Yes.
Chronicle. Our team.
Hey, we're 21 to win. I'm Victor,
I'm Joe.
And I'm Ryan.
and this is Tuesdays with 21 to win.
Woo!
What
So
up?
we got the guitar players here today. Give you guys little spiels on the gear we use, and figure you guys would be interested in the kind of equipment that we like to play with. Ryan, you want to start?
Sure, I play with a jazz, Fender Jazz bass, and it's the only bass that I have to use right now, but I have a few that I dream about playing with, like a 5-string or a 6-string, just to kind of extend my range, and hopefully one day soon we'll be able to kind of venture off in that direction. And then I play right now with Varric, our drummer's head, and is it James?
I think it's James's cab.
James?
John's.
Or it might be John.
John's.
I don't know.
So yeah, we have like a Frankenstein kind of set up for my amp, and it sounds nice, but so I love playing through it. But
That thing thumps though, dude. You can wheel on that.
Remember John's little classic 30?
Oh
A
yeah.
little tiny amp, and you just have an effects pedal with it. It was a tube amp. It didn't have a lot of tubes. It was only had one 12-inch speaker in it.
Okay.
But that thing kept up with my half stack just
Nice.
fine. And then he just had what was it, like one of the Boss effects pedals that
Oh.
like one of the actual ones.
the
Like,
boards.
like-
it's got a way, like, yeah, a whole board. It's got
Dan's
a
one.
yeah. It was just like Dan's, just like an older model, but he actually used it
Okay.
and got like full use out of it and used all the tones and everything. And that's all he used, and that was fine. And he got every kind of tone he wanted out of it. He had like I think 3 or 4 different channels through that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Well, I rock. It's a Raven. It's RH100 50-watt head. I run that through a Marshall 4x12 cab. The 2 main guitars I use are LTD SP MH301, I think it is. It's 24 fret, maple body, maple neck, set neck. It's got a Floyd Rose.
I love that guitar.
It's
So nice.
2 EMG HZ active pickups. It's got a neck through, but it's got a flamed maple veneer bookended, and it's just looks pretty killer.
What's your favorite part of it?
The neck.
Neck.
Just the neck joint, it just feels so smooth, like the upper register stuff just is awesome. I also played my RG 421 Ibanez a lot too. That's another 24 fret. It's got 2 stock Ibanez INF 4s, I think, neck and bridge. That's got a set tailpiece, which I personally prefer a lot more, just because the Floyd Rose, you just have so much working and moving parts that you have to worry about. I drop tune a lot, go to open, so it gets kind of inconvenient to have to readjust the springs and everything like that. But I mean, it has its place. But I also have a Epiphone Les Paul Ultra in 2005 that I use quite a bit too. But that's pretty heavily modded. It's got aftermarket passive pickups that are nothing special, but sound good.
That's what you use primarily for recording on the.
Yeah, that's because I think I used the Ibanez on LFHP and Radioactive, but other than that it was all Epiphone work, and half of it was done with the original pickups and the other half with the new pickups, so that's interesting.
How do you like having the actual locking mechanisms on the Ibanez?
The locking tuners and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's nice. It just gets a little inconvenient sometimes.
Yeah.
Like if I'm only going to use it in drop D, like for a show it's really nice because then it's just set and you don't have to really worry about it. I mean, check it obviously every once in a while, but for rehearsal, if I want to bring that, I have to either keep it unlocked and like mess with it to go from E to drop, or I just bring 2 guitars.
Yeah.
But like I said, for shows it's really nice.
I had an old Ibanez that had the locks on it, but they were primarily there because I had a whammy bar.
Okay.
So the second I would touch them, the whole thing would. So the locks
It's
were
the
there
same
to
tension.
prevent that a little bit. Okay, gear I use. Yes, my guitars. I have a custom Gibson SG that that's my primary guitar. That one I've been using for a couple of years now, pretty consistently. I didn't get it back up till a few days ago.
It is.
But no, I really like the tone on the SG just because it's got like, I feel like it has a really clean, like when I want it to be clean, it can have a really clean sound to it. And it's got a deeper, like I think it has a really strong mid-range to it, which I like a lot. My amp, I have a custom half stack. My head is a custom double cross, which has...
Custom with a K, that is.
Yes, it's custom with a key. It's got all the distortion and fancy stuff on board with that. God, what is this? It's got like 6 preamp tubes and 6 regular tubes and stuff.
It's gnarly.
It's beefy, and then it's
Like 4 channels in or something?
it's got a straight clean one. It's got 2 leads, which you can set the kind of distortion on with those based on like brightness and thickness and all different stuff. And then there's just like a boost on it, which you can just make anything louder. Yeah, no, like that boost that's basically if I ever need to solo or do any like consistent like lead pieces or anything. And then I have a 4x12 custom cab just to go with that.
What about dream gear?
Dream
If
gear.
money wasn't an issue, what would you buy?
I'd get a huge speaker.
Like that Galleon Kruger you played at
Yeah,
the
that was
Powerhouse?
really nice.
What was that, like an 8x12?
Yep.
That was ridiculous.
I got all it was like gold plated speakers.
That was sick.
I don't know if I get much, honestly.
No?
I'd probably I want a Fender Strat at some point. An actual one. Like, because I have my Spider-Man
The
PV Rockmaster, which is the body style of a Strat, but it's not actually a Strat. So I want to get like an actual Fender Strat, and then I'd like to get another 4x12 so I have a full stack
Yeah?
at some point.
That'd be sweet.
Would you
Yeah.
still go with the custom?
Yeah, I would. I really like the sound it has. I feel like if I swapped it out now, I'd be like blown off completely. It's
Yeah.
like, what is this noise? It's
Right.
horrid.
I can't play this.
What are you, Jules?
That's a tough question. I really want an Ibanez Prestige S Series. That's the kind of guitar that Herman Lee from Dragon Force
Oh
plays.
god.
The body style of those is so thin and just I don't know. I used to think they looked really ugly. I think they're just gorgeous now. But
Straight up perceptions change.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we have shows coming up January 17th and 18th at the first one's at the Garage in Burnsville, and then the next one is at Bubba's in Sauk Rapids
On the 18th.
on the 18th of January, and then 3 days later, Chronicle comes out.
Woo!
Yeah, it's about time. We also have a show booked February 1st. That's our EP release show at the North Star in Mounds View. So that'll be a fun show. We're gonna have A Moment in Time, She-Ra, Needlemead. I think that's the lineup.
There's one more band. I feel bad. I don't know what it is right now. Like Failure Meets Fame. or
Yep,
something
that's
like-
it. Failure Meets Fame.
Something
That
like
was the other one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we're working on booking some bigger shows. We have one in the works for I think it was the next week in
Sometime
February.
early.
Yeah,
And then we have a big
Sweet.
one possibly coming up in March.
A couple
so,
big ones in March, maybe.
Yeah, so
Stay tuned.
we'll let you know when
Yeah.
we do. We don't know that much. We try really hard, but we
Where's
just don't.
Dan when you need him?
Damn, fix it.
21 to out.
Goodbye,
Shoot.
21 to 1, my friends.
Sayonara.